You are now tuning into a drop of melancholy. If you are in a good mood and wish to remain so, do not watch this video.
One thing that I hate about this world is a lot of people don't understand the concept of group economics. A lot of people don't understand the concept of group economics, meaning the power of people all coming together and joining their, combining their finance and stuff like that. So years ago, I was watching this guy. His name was, I don't really watch him anymore because he preaches like the law of attraction, all of that. I don't believe that no more. But there's a point in time where he had I think he had 100,000 subs I think that's how much he had at the time that I watched him or something. And he was talking about how he was kind of broke at that time, even though he had 100,000 subs. And I think he said something like, yo, if you guys can just donate $1 or something like that, that could help. And I actually donated I think $5, $6, whatever like that, I think. But think about it. If he has 100,000 subscribers and each subscriber gave him $1, he'll have $100,000. I mean, literally, all you gotta do is give $1, $1. I gave him $6, but think about that. Do you know how easy it is that technically you can make somebody rich if somebody just donated just one fucking buck? I mean, seriously, you could easily take them out the rat race. If we all helped each other, we could easily help each other get out the fucking rat race, man. Seriously. I mean, if we're going to be a part of this community, we have to assist one another. Now, I'm not, seriously. Now, I'm not on here begging or nothing like that. I'm not begging nobody because we all broke as shit. But I know we got at least one fucking dollar. I mean, come on now. But we at least got $1. I mean, we ain't that fucking broke. I mean, come on. I got at least $1. I mean, seriously.
So the guy that you just saw in that video, he sent me an email a few months ago, and he wanted me to talk about this. He wanted me to talk about how in this community, anti-natalist community, nobody want to help each other out. And that's true. Okay, I'm going to explain what I mean by that. Matter of fact, I don't consider myself part of the anti-natalist community. All right, I never did actually. People always put me in the community, but I never consider myself part of the anti-natalist community because they're very toxic, for one. All right, they're very toxic. They're jealous. All right, they're jealous hearted, and they don't want to see you. They don't want to see you elevate. Okay, and again, I'm going to explain what I mean. All right, so before I get into all that, let me say that there's pretty much two different types of anti-natalists. Okay, you can pretty much put them in two different categories. All right, so you got category number one, the people that genuinely support you no matter what type of content you put out. Okay, I'm gonna give you a few examples. All right, and excuse me if I don't name everybody, if I miss a few people, but I'm gonna give you a few examples. Okay, Ennui Blue, Steve Brown, Gabriel Williams, T Sizzle. Watch every video I put out, no matter what. Okay, no matter what type of video I put out, they watch it. Okay, Red Star watched every single video I put out, no matter what. Ever since I started this channel, she has watched every single video. All right. Who else? Mikey Ando. Okay, it's a few people. It's quite a few. All right. DeLeon Simmons, he's another supporter. Chess Rockwell. I Hate New Jersey. I Hate New Jersey watch everything I put out, no matter what. Juwan Buchanan, that's another one. Rule 3853. It's quite a few people that watch no matter what I put out. All right, genuine supporters like that. These people watch. No matter what I put out, they'll watch. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is they're true supporters. Okay, they're genuine supporters. All right, no matter what the topic is, they'll watch. Then you got the other group of people. Okay, category 2, you got the other group of people. And this is pretty much, unfortunately, this is probably like 80% of the anti-natalist community. Okay, this second group of people, they only come around when you talk about some negative shit. All right, and for those of you that participate, or for those of you that engage in the anti-natalist community, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This other group of people, they only come around when you talk about some negative shit, some bad stuff. That's when they come around. And I'm not gonna name no names. All right, but you know what I'm talking about. So you got and then you know, I also have people that's from other sectors of YouTube that watch my channel. Okay, like Thuggo and Lim Hendrix. Okay, Shadow Zulu. Oh, you guys, y'all are not anti-natalist, but you watch my channel. Okay, so I'm not talking about you guys, but people that are actively involved in the anti-natalist community, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so you got a category of people that genuinely support you, and then you got about 80% people that only watch you when you talk about some negative shit. Okay, some bad stuff. All right. And that's most of the anti-natalist community. So what I'm trying to say is, the gentleman that you watched, okay, that was T Sizzle, by the way, the gentleman at the beginning of this video. He was talking about how come the anti-natalist community don't help each other out. How come they don't want to support each other? Because, you know, you have group economics and all this stuff, and we have the ability to take each other out of the workforce. Okay, that's what he's trying to say. Let me say this. And I know this is gonna sound crazy, but it's the truth. All right, it's the truth. Most of these anti-natalist, they don't want to see you get out the workforce. All right, they what I'm trying to say is, they take joy in seeing you struggle. Okay, they take joy in seeing you not like working your job, or they take joy in seeing your misfortunes. Let me say it like that. Okay, it's like a source of entertainment for them. All right, so I'm trying to say is, you got the people that support you, maybe like the 10 or 20%, but 80% of these people that watch you, they ain't trying to see your situation improve. Okay, and this goes back to what I was trying to say about, they only come around when you talk about some negative stuff. All right, when you're in the anti-natalist community and you post some negative stuff, everybody's gonna watch. Everybody's gonna watch. All right, and if you don't believe me, for those of you that don't have channels yet, start an anti-natalist channel. Okay, just talk about nothing but negative stuff. Say, yeah, I lost my job, you know, or my car got repoed, or I'm getting evicted, I'm getting kicked out my house. Talk about all the terrible things that's happening in your life. You know what's going to happen when you do that? You want to know what's going to happen when you do that? Your views going to be up, your likes going to be up, your engagement's going to be up, your watch time's going to be up. All right, if you just made for 2 or 3 weeks, just made nothing but negative content. Your girl left you, just bad stuff. You got insomnia, you got severe depression, you lost your job, and now you don't know how you're gonna pay your bills. You're trying to find a job and nobody's hiring. You went to 5 interviews, nobody called. Just talk about bad stuff. Everybody's gonna tune into that. But when you start talking positive, when you start talking about good stuff, you know what's going to happen then? Only a handful of people are going to watch that. When you talk about good stuff happening, very few people is going to congratulate you. Like, let's say if you bought a new car in cash and you made a video on that, very few people is going to congratulate you on buying that, for having the ability to purchase that car in cash. So this tells you everything you need to know about the anti-natalist community. Just what I told you right there tells you everything you need to know about this community. They only want to see you doing bad. They don't want to see you doing good. And again, I'm talking about most people, not all. Maybe 10% of your audience want to see you do good, and those are the ones, like I mentioned earlier, that genuinely support you, that watch no matter what you put out. But I'm just gonna say 90%. Okay, but 90% of these anti-natalist, They only want to see your downfall, bro. Okay? All right, and I'm talking to T Sizzle since he requested this video. They only want to see you do bad. So I'm just going to say 90%, okay? I know I said 80%, but I'm going to say 90%. 90% of these anti-natalists, they don't want to see you do good. They want to see you miserable. Why? Because they're miserable. I'm just going to say it straight up. I know a lot of people might not like what I'm saying, but it's the goddamn truth. Y'all know me. Ever since y'all first started watching my channel, y'all know I'm raw, I'm uncut, I'm unfiltered. I just tell it like it is. I don't sugarcoat anything. I don't beat around the bush. I just deliver it raw, okay? And that's what I'm doing now. 90% of these anti-natalists, they miserable as fuck, all right? And they want to see you miserable too. You really think they want to see you get out of the situation you're in? You're talking about people donating to you, or, yeah, people donating to you so you can have more money, so you don't have to participate in, well, not just participate, but so that your situation become better. You really think they want to see that? No, they don't. No, they do not. They don't want to see your situation improve. I'm being honest with you. Okay, I know this might sound very polarizing, like I always say, but it's the truth. They want to see you miserable too, because they miserable. 90% of these anti-natalists out here, they miserable as fuck, bro. I'm telling you, straight up. That's why I say this community is toxic. This community is very toxic. Just like the people they complain about, you know, they always complain about these NPCs, like they call them, or the government. They're always saying the government's corrupt, or these normies. Anti-natalists the same way. They the same way. The only difference is they're not having kids. They the same as these NPCs, as they call them. They the same as these normies, and they're corrupt too. Just like the government they always talk about, or their jobs. They always saying their jobs are corrupt. Anti-natalists the same way. And again, I know a lot of people ain't gonna like this, but it's the truth. You know, humans are allergic to the truth. They don't like the truth. Well, this is true, okay? 90% of these people that watch you, they don't want to see you do good. They don't want to see you elevate. They want to see you miserable. They want to see you struggling. You really think even if most of them could pitch in, okay, to bring you out the bad situation you're in, they're not gonna do that just cause. All right, they're not gonna do that. When you post these videos about negative things that's happening in your life, okay, because I know on your channel you talked about things like that. You talked about, you know, you can't find a job, and I don't know if you have a job now, but you spoke in the past about not being able to find work and all this stuff. Oh, they love that. All right, like I said, when you have misfortunes, they love that. You posted videos on your channel talking about you're depressed and you don't know what you're gonna do. They love that. All right, they'll consume that. Okay, when you post a video saying you're depressed, you don't know what to do in life, they're gonna spit that same retarded narrative they always talk about. Oh, that's why you don't have kids. Oh, the same stupid shit they always say. But you know what? They're not gonna help you get out of that situation. Like you said, if they pitched in, donated $1 and all that, they're not gonna do that. No, they're not gonna do that. All right. Like I said, they see your misfortune as a form of entertainment. They really do. You get out here, talk about how depressed you are, talk about how much you hate your job, how much you hate working. They see that as a form of entertainment. All right, because one, their life's shitty, so they're looking at your bad situation and it kind of make them feel good. And when they say misery loves company, that's true. When they say misery loves company, that's pretty much summing up the anti-natalist community. Okay, they're miserable, so when you post miserable content, they're gonna tune into that because it make them feel good. And it's the truth. All right, it's no point in sugarcoating this. It's just what it is. So that's why I say this is a very toxic community. I don't even call it a community, honestly. This shouldn't be called a community. This is just there's just a space where people want to bitch, whine, moan, but they're not doing nothing to get themselves out of their situation. Now, yes, I'm still an anti-natalist. Okay, I'm not having children and all this stuff. That has not changed. But I'm saying, as far as this online community, these people in this space can't be trusted. All right, I'm telling you, you can't trust someone that only want to see your downfall. You can't trust someone that only see your misfortunes as a source of entertainment. Okay, because I'm telling you, go to any anti-natalist channel. When that person talk about something bad happened in their life, just look at their view count. Look at their likes. Everything's up. Or if that person talk about they're depressed, they hate their job, everything's up on those videos. Okay, because you're talking about bad things that's happening to you. All right, but if that same person posted a video saying they bought a brand new car, or they moved into a luxury condo, no one's trying to see that. Okay, a few your true supporters, okay, the 10%, they're gonna tune in because they're your true supporters. But 90% of these anti-natalists, nah, man, nah, they ain't trying to see that because you're doing good. They ain't trying to see all that. See what I mean? If you're doing good, they ain't trying to tune into that. And they're not going to tell you congratulations either, unless it's one of your true supporters, or 10%. 90% of them, they ain't going to say nothing, all right? Because you're doing good. Now, if the situation was reversed and you made a video saying your brand new car got repoed because you lost your job and you couldn't afford the payments, or you got kicked out your condo or your apartment, whatever. If you posted some shit like that, everybody's gonna tune in. All right, you'll probably get over 1,000 views on that video, 1,500 or 2,000 views. You're gonna get a lot of views on a video like that. All right. Yeah, that's how this community operates. They're only there to witness you do bad. And on that video, they're all gonna have the crocodile tears saying, "Oh yeah, this is so bad. This is so terrible." They're all gonna say, "Oh yeah," the same shit they always say. It's like a broken record with these people. They're gonna say the same stupid shit. Yeah, this is why you don't have kids. Yeah, this, you gotta blame your parent. The same stupid shit. See, they gotta say the same thing over and over, over and over. When something bad happened to you. Again, I'm saying it one more time. When there's a positive in your life, when everything's looking up, everything's looking good, them same people ain't gonna be in your comment section. They ain't gonna say nothing. All right, that's how this works. So, by you saying, like you said earlier, everyone should help out. No, if anyone help out, it's only gonna be like 10% of your people. All right, your genuine supporters, they'll help you out. 90% of these anti-natalists, nah, that's not gonna work. So, I mean, that was a good idea you had, but that just wouldn't work. You're talking about group economics and all that. That's not gonna work in this community. Well, like I said, you can't call this a community. I don't consider this a community. A community is supposed to help each other out. A community is supposed to have each other's back. They're not just supposed to just be there to witness your downfall. That's not what a community is, okay? If you want to call this a community, this is a very toxic and corrupt community. Yeah, the anti-natalist community. Very toxic, very corrupt, very cutthroat, very two-faced, fake as fuck. All right, they all fake. I just gave you an example of how they're fake. All right, something bad happened to you, they're gonna have the crocodile tears and act like they're so concerned, but when something good happened to you, they're not gonna congratulate you. Okay, because one, they're jealous. They're jealous for one. And two, there's no fun in your life being a positive. Okay, there's no fun in that. It's only fun in your life being a negative, because that's their form of entertainment. And when your life is a negative, they can compare their shitty lives to your negativity. That's what this community is all about. And yeah, it's just what it is. You know, no one else is gonna talk about this, but you know, you can ask me anything and I'll talk about it. No one else talk about it, I'll talk about it. I don't even watch no anti-natalist videos. I just get on here. Matter of fact, y'all don't even hear me talk about anti-natalist stuff no more. I say what I had to say, and I just left it alone. You know, I said what I had to say about having kids, and I just left it alone. Y'all know I talk about like a wide variety of topics. I talk about all kinds of stuff. I don't just repeat the same. I don't spin the same narrative over and over and over. There's no need to do that. But yeah, I kind of started seeing how this community operates. I kind of started seeing how people operate within this so-called community. It's not good. It's not good. All right. And most of them are miserable. I'm just going to say it like it is. 90% of them, they don't like their living situation. They don't like what job they have. They don't want to work and all this shit. So if they see you get out of that predicament, they're not going to like that. All right. I'm telling you, they're not going to like that. They're not your friends. Okay. I'll venture to say they're against you. You think they're with you? Okay, I'm talking about the 90%. You think they're with you? No, they're not with you. They're against you. All right, they much rather see your downfall than for your life to become a positive. All right, so like I said, these so-called anti-nihilists, they're no different than these goddamn NPCs, normies, like they call them. All right, they're the same way. They're the same exact way. There ain't no difference. The only difference is these anti-nihilists are more miserable than the normies, and they're not having kids. That's the only difference. These anti-nihilist people are more miserable with their own lives, and they're not having children. Other than that, they're just like these NPCs and these normies, like they call them. They the same way. I know this is very eye-opening for those of you that are not content creators, but it's the truth. So if you're an anti-nihilist and you're thinking about starting a channel, just keep that in mind, okay? You're going to think that a lot of these people are on your side, but they're not. Because like I said, they're only going to be there for the negativity, for the bad stuff that happens in your life. So if you start a channel and you want to be an anti-nihilist and all this, just keep that in mind. 90% of these people, they ain't for you, man. It's just what it is, okay? Or even if you're a female, all right? It's the same. It's the same way with females, too. No matter if you're a dude or a girl. All right, it's the same way. These people, they're not your friends. They're not for you. They're not going to support you. They just see you as a form of entertainment. That's it. So if you get out, if you how can I say it? If you're no longer able to entertain them with your negativity, then they ain't gonna tune in to you. See what I mean? All right, and another thing I want to point out, you know, when T Sizzle emailed me, you say he reached out to a bunch of anti-nihilists. All right, he reached out to a bunch of these people. He said not a single one had a response to what he was talking about. And he was pretty mad at that too. He was kind of upset. He said out of all the people he reached out to, not a single one responded. Well, they probably replied to him in an email, but as far as like making a video response, not a single one did except me. All right, I don't know who he reached out to, but it was a bunch of them. All right, he said not a single one made a video response. So right there, that just goes to show, you know, and he was upset. I understand why he might be upset, but you know, you got your hopes up high if you think these people are gonna take action, you know. So yeah, you know, but I don't mind making a video response. I know it took me a while because I've been doing other projects. You know, I haven't been making YouTube videos, but I'm gonna get back into the YouTube videos, talking about just random stuff like we always do, you know. But that's really all I can say on that. I don't want to be a dead horse. These people can't be trusted. I'm telling you. And all they want to do is get on here and bitch and whine, because they are a bunch of bitches. That's all they want to do. Hey, it's just what it is. But oh, if y'all got any video requests, just leave them in the comment section or shoot me an email. It's hashadalf@gmail.com. And I think I still got a few email requests from last time that I never did, but I'm gonna get to those, you know. But yeah, so that's about it. That's all I can say. Just yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame it has to be this way, because you know, T Sizzle, he did have a good point. If everyone just pitched in, okay, let's say if you start a new channel. Let's say if you start a new channel, you got 500 subscribers. All right, not a lot of subscribers, but you got 500. And truth be told, you really don't need that many subscribers to make a little bit of money. Out of that 500 subscribers, better yet, let's say because 5 subscribers is not a good metric to go by. Let's say you get 500 views on your video. Okay, I guess that's a kind of reasonable amount of views. Let's say you get 500 views. Those 500 views, let's say 250 of those people just give you $1. All right. Those 500 people that watch you, just 250 gave you $1. I know 250 of those people at least got $1. See, if you make a video saying you lost your job or you're struggling and you just need something to help you out, 250 of those people at least have $1. Okay, they have the ability to cash app you $1, just $1. Okay, they have the ability to do that. I don't care how broke you are, everyone at least have $1. Okay, it's not like you're asking for 50 bucks. Hell, it's not like you're asking for 20 bucks. You're just asking for $1. See, so out of those 500 views, 250 people, they can pitch in $1 and help you out like that. They can help you out significantly. You just got $250. Each person, 500 will be better. Yeah, but if all 500 don't pitch in, half of that just pitch in, that's still $250. That can take you a long way. See what I mean? But in most cases, that's not going to happen. Unless it's your genuine supporters, but in most cases that's not going to happen. All right, they're not going to do that. All right? Cuz there was a while ago, actually. I think it was like last year. There was a dude that had the same thing happened to him. He was telling me that he had lost his job and all this stuff. And he didn't have no money to buy food. Okay, he was in the process of looking for another job, and you know, he was running out of food and he had no money to buy any more food. So, you know what I did? I cashed out this dude $100. Yeah, real talk. I asked him for his cash app because he didn't ask for money. He was just telling me his situation. He was, because I tell you guys, if y'all want to talk, just shoot me an email. We'll chop it up, you know. So he was just telling me about his situation and all that. So I was like, hey, what's your cash app? I'll help you out. So he wasn't expecting me to send him money. So I sent him $100. He was very grateful for it. He was surprised. He was like, and if you're watching, you know who you are, okay? He was very surprised, all right? And he said when he get a job, he's gonna pay it back. I was like, you know what, bro? Don't worry about it. Just keep the $100. When you get a job, don't worry about paying me back. You know, just keep it, all right? Because, you know, when you help somebody out, it's best just to let them have the money rather than trying to have them pay you back. If I'm helping somebody out, I'd rather just give them the money and that's it. They don't have to pay me back, because it's not really helping them, because, you know, you're asking for your money back. So that's money coming out their pocket that they don't really have to try to pay you back. You see what I mean? You're putting more pressure on them, asking them to pay you back. It's kind of like going to the bank and getting this loan. You're getting a loan from the bank, but you got to pay the bank back. So you have to work harder. There's more pressure on you to pay the bank back. But it's kind of the same way in this scenario. So I told him, hey, bro, don't worry about it. Just keep the $100. When you get your new job, don't worry about paying me back. You know, it's just because it's just considered a gift from me to you to help you out. So he was very grateful and all that. That's really all he needed, just to get him off his feet. I gave him the $100. It lasted him for 2 or 3 weeks to get food that he can cook on his own. I don't mean eating out or fast food. I mean buying a bag of chicken or a couple bags of hamburger and cooking it on his own. $100 is more than enough to carry him through until he got another job to provide for himself. See, that's what I mean. More people should be like that. When someone's down, when someone's down bad, help them out. But no, you're not going to get that in this so-called community. All right. Okay. And it's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. So, but like I said, I'm not going to be a dead horse. That's all I got to say on this one. You guys let me know what you think. All right. Let me know what you think. Because, yeah, this is a very toxic community. All right. Everyone's jealous, two-faced. All right, cutthroat. I can go on all day, but so yeah, I hope I did your video request justice, and you let me know what you think too, T Sizzle. All right, I'll catch y'all on the next one.